What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how I started my business and some of the steps I took to get there. I definitely never thought I would have had my own business. It was never my plan to. I kind of just did it on a whim, honestly. The opportunity presented itself, so I kind of just took that opportunity and ran with it. And I definitely have no regrets. It's been one of the greatest things. There's ups and downs, but I definitely do not regret starting my own business at all. So if there's any of you watching this that are hesitant or have been wanting to start your own business, I hope that by me sharing my story, it inspires you a little bit to maybe go ahead and do so. But let's get into it. So I'm currently driving from Denver to Idaho to take another wrap class, and I've definitely been looking to improve my technique and reduce my install times when vinyl wrapping. So I thought it'd be very beneficial to head out here and take another class. I've got about 7 more hours until I get there. Currently road tripping with my dog. This is Jojo. Jojo, look at mama. Say hi. That's Jojo. She's the OG. So some of you may have seen, if you follow me on Instagram, my former cross-country coach asked me to come and present to a couple of his automotive classes. 50% of them are female, which I think is so amazing. So I was asked to come out and pretty much talk about my life story from high school to current. I'm 28 years old, so it's a good about 10 years right there. And how I ended up changing career fields later in life, and that was not my plan at all, but it ended up being the greatest thing ever. So my plan since I was 6 years old was to go to dental hygiene school or even become a dentist or an orthodontist. Like, something in the dental field was always my goal. Don't ask why. I know it's super weird. Like, as a kid, I always loved going to the dentist's office. I loved it. Just really freaking weird. I was like, I'm gonna make a career out of this. I love this, right? So I did a year of college after I graduated high school and figured out, even if I stay at these smaller community colleges, anything like that, I still can't afford it. I ended up going to a recruiter's office near the end of my first year of college to enlist in the United States Air Force. The recruiter gave me 2 options. He said, you can either be a flight medic or you can be a dental assistant. Perfect. I always wanted to go into the dental field, and I was also too short to be a flight medic. You have to be 5'4". Man, I'm not 5'4". So that was out of question. So I went ahead and did all the testing, went through maps, all that fun stuff. Left for basic training a month later. And I've currently been in the Air Force for, I'm about to hit 9 years. So that also was never a plan I saw in my future. But at the time, it seemed like this is what I have to do to afford school. So when I did finish all my training and all that, I did go back to school part-time. So at the end of 2020, I officially put in my application to go to dental hygiene school. I did separate active duty and I went to the reserves so that I could apply to go to this school because it was a full-time schooling. I previously met with an advisor like a couple years beforehand so I could make sure I was on track to submit my application. I had all the credits, I had the job experience, the test scores, everything looked great. Well, it turns out I did not get into dental school. So I was pretty devastated about that. That was my goal since I was 6 years old. So I kind of had to take a step back and be like, well, what am I gonna do with my life now? I separated active duty. I don't have a civilian job. So I had to think about it. I was like, well, what else do I like doing? I really like cleaning cars. As weird as I was like, yeah, I like cleaning cars. I'm gonna go apply to be a detailer. So that's what I did. So 52 job applications later, I landed a job at an auto body shop as a detailer, a porter, whatever you want to call it, cleaning the cars for the customers, moving them around, things like that. Eventually from there, a few months in, I moved up to doing parts, and then I moved up to being a service advisor and doing like the collision estimates for the body shop. So when I was working in the auto body industry, that's when I decided I really do like detailing. I'm gonna start my own business. So that's when I picked up another job, and all of the income that I made from that job, I used that to buy all of my detailing supplies, chemicals, polisher, like everything like that. I bought all the supplies with that other job. My dog just set off the seatbelt. At the time, I currently had a connection to a local quick lube shop. I detailed the owner's cars, and in exchange, he let me use his extra bay and his water to detail other people's cars. So that was really great starting out. I would say it went pretty well. I definitely learned a lot of things, what I should and shouldn't do, you know, like taking deposits in case people cancel on you 2 hours before you're supposed to detail their car, things like that. Fast forward, I did that for about a year or so, and then I ended up going back to active duty, and I still continued to do the business on the side. And then as I started getting more into cars, Jojo, you're setting up the seat alarm. Where was I? Once I had gone over into auto body, I ended up trading my lifted Nissan Xterra for my first Audi. I was originally looking at the Audi TT, but it sold an hour before I was supposed to go look at it. So I ended up getting a 2018 A4. I was like, cool, there's still a lot you can do to these cars. Let's just get this as like a starter build car, you know. Ended up getting the car wrapped from a shop out in Colorado, and it was a terrible experience. It was bad. I have videos of that on my Instagram as well. I don't know if I want to put that out here on YouTube either. I had that wrap on the car for about a year before I was like, that's it, I've had enough. The wrap's not holding. I don't want this on my car anymore. So that's when I saw Paradox advertising that he was starting to offer wrap classes. Anyways, I was like, I want this for the business. I want to learn how to wrap cars. This could help me grow the business, and then I can also wrap my cars whenever I want. It's a win-win, right? So I flew out there, did his class, everything like that. I've been wrapping for a year. It's been a year since I took his class. In the meantime, my former cross-country coach, I wrapped his 64 Ford Falcon. He was the very first customer car that I had, and I took a chance doing that car. I was doubting myself. I was like, oh my gosh, this is my first like customer car. This car is huge, it's old, it has so many paint issues. Can I even do this? And yeah, I did it. So you just gotta believe in yourself sometimes, and you know, it's a learning process. It was a learning process for both of us, and it went great. He loves the car still looks amazing to this day. So when I went and presented to his automotive class, I kind of just told him like, this wasn't my life plan. The school where he teaches, I wish we would have had a program like that when I was in. Would I have gone into automotive that early in my life? Probably not, because I didn't figure out that that's what I wanted to do until I was about 24, 25 years old. And, you know, I had thought I wanted to go into the dental field this whole time. And to tell people, like, I didn't get into dental school. Oh, I'm not doing that anymore. Oh, I found this instead, and I love working on cars way more than working on people's teeth. That shocked a lot of people, especially my family. No one really supported the idea starting out, and that was kind of hard. I was like, you know, that like this is what makes me happy. If I would have gone to dental school and stayed in that field, I would not be happy at all. I like, just thinking about it now, it's not something I ever want to go pursue ever again. And it's kind of funny to think that that was something that I've wanted for so long, and I don't want it anymore. Like, I think everything happens for a reason. I think that I did not get into that dental school for a reason, because I was meant to start this business and go into this industry, because this is actually what I really truly love. And had you have told me that when I was like 18, I would have been like, yeah, right. Like, you're crazy. So, you know, it's okay if, you know, even when you're 28 or even later, earlier in your life, like, if things don't happen the way that, oh my God, I'm getting passed by a semi. Just kidding. I'm trying to get good gas mileage on this truck. So, even if your life path, your life course changes even later in your life, like, that's okay. And you might have No one. You might have just one person even supporting you. And honestly, that's all you need. Fast forward to now, well, actually last year, I did end up finding my own shop space, and it's like in an industrial garage complex. Everyone in there does something automotive related and runs a business. And it's pretty cool to meet like a bunch of like-minded people. But then you have the people that they're like looking at the background of your photos and your videos, and they're like, oh my gosh, you work out of a storage unit? We all start somewhere. And even some of the friends I have in the automotive and performance industries, they all started out of their home garage. And they've had people supporting them since day one. And now they have their own huge shops and they're succeeding. Like, we all start somewhere. So even if you have to work out of your home garage or share a family member's garage, like, that's okay. That's okay. I'm rooting for you. Like, you got this. I have been there, and it gets better. You will grow. You will be successful. You will get there one day. Even though I still doubt myself sometimes, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Just put your head down and keep working hard and do what you do. And, that's why I'm traveling to Idaho right now. I'm hoping to hone in my skills and really help my install times and my technique. And you know what? That's what's going to help me in the future. And that's what's going to help me stand out from everyone else that's in this rap market out here that is super saturated in Colorado. But you know what? I'm still out here. I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to try. Don't let any of those people discourage you. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. If you have any questions, drop your questions below in the comments. I would love to answer them. Feel free to reach out on Instagram as well if you have any questions. I would love to help you guys out. I know my channel's not super big right now, so hopefully this reaches the right people. And I thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.